Right now at 6, former UW lacrosse chancellor Joe Gao defends his tenure position before a panel of his peers.
And authorities are telling the public that rumors about a missing toddler being found are untrue.
Watching WKBT Lacrosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A panel of UW lacrosse professors heard arguments on whether former Chancellor Joe Gao should be stripped of his tenure.
Now, Gao has already lost the chancellor position for appearing in online pornography with his wife, but he has held on to his role as a tenured faculty member.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergott is live at the Omni Center in Onalaska, where Gao is defending himself and his position. Allison.
Tensions so far in this hearing have been high. Joe Gao and UW system attorneys have been trading barbs throughout, with Gao even hinting at the possibility of filing a formal lawsuit to bring this into a courtroom. On this first day of the hearing, 5 witnesses were called, all by the UW system attorneys. They testified on a number of topics, from documents found on his computer to his conduct in the classroom. UWL's Communications Studies Department chair said she did not want Gao teaching in her department. Interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan was also called to testify. She spoke about the reputational impact the scandal has had on the university, especially when it comes to donations.
Fundraising is, as you know, about how people feel about the university. And there have been significant hits to how people feel about the university because of all the press associated with this and because of the nature of the work that you and Carmen have been involved in. I'd be happy to be there.
So we don't.
Gao also testified himself. Part of his testimony focused on the books he and his wife, Carmen Wilson, wrote under pseudonyms. He said they are based off a true story, but not completely true. Earlier in the hearing, UW system attorneys said Gao wrote in one of the books that he paid a sex worker to perform sex acts, which is considered criminal conduct. Now, earlier today, Gao said that he will only be calling one witness to the stand, and that will be Betsy Morgan. He'll be questioning her tomorrow at 9 a.m. when this hearing will reconvene. After that, it will likely go to the 5 panelists to make their decision. And then four are needed to vote to dismiss. And after that, it will head to Betsy Morgan. Reporting in Onalaska, Allison Fergott. Ken and Emily, back to you.
Allison, thanks very much. And like she just alluded to, whatever the panel recommends is going to be sent as a recommendation to the interim chancellor. If that is before June 30th, that does remain to be Betsy Morgan, who can then decide if she wants to send a recommendation to dismiss Gao to the UW Board of Regents. And if that does happen, the board will hold its own hearing at a later date.
Well, it's the day before the official first day of summer, and it felt like spring today. Very cool outside. Gregor, when are we going to get back on track with the heat?
Well, I like this weather conditions too. Cloudy conditions. We are actually seeing some peaks of the sun up to the north too, and that will be the story. We'll see a little bit less cloud cover tonight, but still, that's going to be the main story. Overall temperatures just in the low 70s, so quite a change from yesterday. In fact, these were our overnight lows a few nights ago too. Give you an idea how different it is. Overall, cloud cover will remain, but a few peaks of sun potentially, maybe a few peaks of the moon later on as we go out throughout the night. 67 as we get closer to 11 p.m. Eau Claire's already saw some sun out there too, some high clouds. I think overnight you will see just mostly cloudy skies, but won't be totally overcast. We'll get back to 64 at 11 p.m. Right now, there's your dew points. Yesterday we were well in the 60s, near 70. It has pushed most of that moisture further south into southern Wisconsin and further south as you go to in northern Illinois. There is the front right now. We've had some few showers well south of the area. Maybe Prairie du Chine's got a little bit, and then going towards Madison, but that front is going to continue to stay down there for the time being. So we're just going to see on and off cloud cover throughout the night. Temperatures holding back, falling back into the 60s as we get later in the night. A few sprinkles or a shower possible, mainly east and south of the area, but overall most areas will remain dry as we go throughout the night with a little bit of partial clearing towards the morning commute. But otherwise, as Emily said, official start today is tomorrow. So I think it's the earliest start in 228 years that we've had summer. So that's the good news. We will see summer come back probably Friday with the temperatures back in the 80s and the humidity.
Yeah, it's usually the 21st, right?
Well, it just varies each year, but this year it's the earliest in 228 years.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right.
Thank you, Greg. Police have arrested a suspect in relation to an armed robbery that happened earlier this month in La Crosse. 18-year-old Hunter Walls is facing multiple charges, including armed robbery and first-degree recklessly endangering safety. According to the criminal complaint, on June 8th, Walls and 2 other males allegedly attempted an armed robbery in which they fired 2 shots after not getting any money. One victim believed the dispute had something to do with their relative owing the suspects $10,000 in drug money. If convicted, Walls faces a maximum of 65 years in jail. He will be in court tomorrow for his preliminary hearing.
An Eau Claire woman is arrested for helping a homicide suspect avoid capture. Eau Claire police say 54-year-old Candace Rogers was charged with harboring the homicide suspect Jerome Jacobs in her vehicle. Jacobs is wanted for a shooting incident in Madison. Eau Claire police say they pulled Jacobs over last week and he fled on foot to a wooded area. Jacobs then allegedly met Rogers at a residence on Water Street where she hid him in her car and drove off. A search is underway to find Jacobs, who's believed to be armed. If you have any relevant information, contact Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen.
Elijah Vu, the 3-year-old toddler who's been missing since February, has not been found, despite what social media posts are saying. The Two Rivers Police Department sent out a message this week clarifying rumors that Vu had been found. In a statement on Facebook, Chief Police Ben Meinert posted that spreading false and misleading information is disrespectful to the family of Elijah and detracts from our efforts in locating him. Two Rivers police say search efforts for Vu continue. Vu's mother, Katrina Bauer, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, face charges of child neglect.
The ties between Russia and North Korea have reached a new level.
That's the word from Russian President Vladimir Putin, who is just wrapping up his visit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
Now, the two also signed a new strategic partnership deal.
According to Mr. Putin, the treaty includes a mutual defense provision in case either country is attacked. Michael Valerio reports.
By the end of the celebrations in Pyongyang, after an indelible image of 2 authoritarian leaders riding in an open limo, Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un brought ties between their 2 countries even closer, announcing a comprehensive strategic partnership agreement that includes assisting one another in the event of aggression.
The Comprehensive Partnership Agreement signed today provides, among other things, for the provision of mutual assistance in the event of aggression against one of the parties to this agreement.
Kim hailed what he called a new alliance.
The Great Democratic People's Republic of Korea-Russia alliance, which will become a watershed moment in the development of this bilateral relations, finally raised its anchor in history and announced its solemn departure here today.
It's unclear if Wednesday's agreement is as strong as a 1961 treaty between the USSR and North Korea, which called for automatic mutual defense if one of the countries were attacked. But notable during the pageantry in Pyongyang, no tanks and no weapons parading past Kim Il-sung Square. Analysts say it's a fine balancing act for North Korean leader Kim Jong-un not to draw too much attention to a linchpin of his strengthening bond with Russia. An illegal exchange, according to the U.S. and South Korea, of weaponry and weapons technology between Moscow and Pyongyang.
The fact that they're not showing off missiles is probably because, although we have very credible intelligence now indicating that North Korean missiles are being used on the battlefield in Ukraine, they don't want to necessarily draw too much attention to missiles in the relationship with Russia.
In front of the cameras, Kim pledged his full support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. U.S. officials say North Korea has sent Russia more than 10,000 shipping containers since September, deliveries of munitions or munitions-related material. Russian forces have also launched at least 10 North Korea-made missiles on Ukraine since September, a U.S. official said in March. Both countries deny such weapons trades are happening. Mike Valerio, CNN, Seoul.
Today, the country recognizes Juneteenth.
The story of how one Black-owned newspaper made history and a look at a local celebration when we come back.
On these trails, I find the middle ground and get things moving. I've done that as a state lawmaker, and it's what I'll do in Congress. I'll work with both parties to get things done for workers and families. I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted retractable awning and solar screen experts. Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens protect you from the harsh sun. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Sonesta retractable awnings, brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Ever think how easy your life could be with a lift chair from King Furniture? We have a great selection of quality lift chairs to choose from. A lift chair will easily lift you into a standing position. A lift chair gives you the independence you want and the comfort you need. And King Furniture has lift chairs starting at just $7.99 in all kinds of fabrics and leathers. Go from standing to sitting to reclining all in one easy motion with an easy-to-use hand control. Improve your life. Improve the life of someone you love with a lift chair from King Furniture.
Has been spinning its wheels, going nowhere. I'm Katrina Shankland. In the state capitol, I've passed 225 bipartisan laws to help farmers, workers, and families. I approve this message because I have the experience to get things moving.
Today is the federal holiday Juneteenth.
The holiday offers a chance to learn about how African Americans helped shape the U.S.
That's the work of a weekly newspaper in Sacramento, and it's been doing it for more than 60 years. Hunter Sowards reports.
On the pages of Black and White, the Sacramento Observer is sharing stories of the African American community in vibrant color.
The history of the Black press stands on the credo of no one else will speak for us. We want to plead our own cause.
That's Larry Lee. His father, Dr. William Hanford Lee, realized no one was speaking for the Black community in 1962. Over the next decade, the Observer built a reputation as the nation's best Black newspaper. That legacy still stands today.
African Americans obviously need to be able to be seen and recognized for our contributions to this country.
It's about educating the community, and holidays like Juneteenth, well, they're a great way of reaching a wider audience.
I'm hoping that we can, as a greater community, outside of the African American community, but as a nation, have a better conversation.
Conversations, Larry says, that are steps toward righting wrongs.
The healing and the reparations of the relationship between African Americans and this country related to slavery is not for our benefit, it's really for others' benefit. It's for their ability to be able to say, we have addressed this as a nation.
Managing editor Angelica Obioha joined in 2021.
The Black experience is larger than, the trauma or the issues or just being disenfranchised. There's joy, there's all the ways that we exist.
Through the years, the paper has pivoted to the digital age, from print to screen, adapting like they always have to tell stories beyond the Black and White. Hunter Sowards, CBS News, Sacramento.
The death of the paper's founder, Dr. Lee, followed by the COVID pandemic, almost sank the Sacramento Observer, but it made a comeback and is still publishing every Thursday.
Well, the city of Winona is in the midst of a Juneteenth celebration.
Here is a live look of the festivities happening at Wyndham Park. The community was invited to celebrate Black and Brown history, heritage, and community.
There are vendors, live music, games, and food. You can join in on the fun until 7 o'clock tonight.
An extreme heat wave has been sweeping across the U.S. this week, but it can impact more than just humans.
How the high temps are affecting certain vehicles in just a few minutes.
And we got a reprieve from the heat with just some cloud cover here for the next couple days, but we do have an increase in threat of showers for tomorrow. But the heat is going to be coming back briefly by Friday. I'll time out when to expect the rain and what our temperatures look like going into Friday and Saturday. That coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We provide specialty level care in anything from wisdom tooth removal to dental implant placement to more complex corrective jaw surgeries.
Trying to make it as easy of an experience as you can go through. We're the most experienced clinic in the region for these types of procedures. If you or your family member needs wisdom teeth removed, tooth extraction, dental implants, you found the right place. We'd be happy to see you here.
We work closely with your general dentist. Have a discussion with your dentist about a referral to us.
Listen up. I devised a plan to find better home internet, guys. Madison, you scout the web for the best deals. Peggy, you monitor our projected data usage. And Ellen...
Avoid that hassle and go with US Cellular Home Internet. No more guesswork, and it is faster than ever.
All right, new plan. You sign us up for US Cellular Home Internet. Clipper and I will try it out by streaming the game in our new sports theater.
Is that a grill?
And a hot tub for you.
US Cellular new and improved home internet. Just $34.99 when bundled with a wireless plan.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Millions of Americans are under excessive heat warnings this week.
And if you drive an electric vehicle, these high temperatures could cause your car to lose range.
But there are some things EV owners can do to help prevent that.
Recurrent is a company that tracks the performance of EV batteries. They looked at more than 7,500 cars connected to their platform.
They found that EVs can lose between 15 to 31% of their drivable range when the temperature soars to 95 degrees and above.
If you are driving in hot weather, there needs to be extra energy to power the air conditioner to keep you and the battery nice and comfortable.
EV owners can take steps to make sure their car performs better in the heat, such as never letting the charge drop extremely low or parking in the shade or in a garage. Still a lot to figure out technologically, because we saw the concerns in cold weather too with EV batteries, so a lot that goes over my head, but I'm sure the scientists are hard at work.
Yeah.
In the meantime, much more comfortable conditions here in western Wisconsin today as opposed to Tuesday, but the muggy conditions could be back later this week, Greg.
Yeah, they didn't go too far, just far southern Wisconsin or northern Illinois where that front is, but it's going to be making its way back here briefly here by Friday. But for tonight, just some cloud cover out there, less as you go further north. Still dry. There's an outside shot. We'll still see a shower or a sprinkle, but most areas will remain dry. The rain chances really start increasing, especially for tomorrow afternoon and going into Thursday evening and night. So most of the day probably will remain still dry. And then the humidity, as I mentioned, that front's going to come back north as a warm front, so that's going to come up along with the storm chances and potentially for some heavier rainfall. Right now for the Mississippi, Wabasha is still remaining at action stage. They are projected to go up into flood stage here by early Friday, just at 12.7 right now. This doesn't really quite take into account how much rainfall we're going to see here over the next several days, but for right now, that's what we're thinking. Overall, as we go throughout the Mississippi, in action or just coming up to action. Right now, every spot is projected except McGregor to get back into minor flood stage probably early next week. This will probably be changed or adjusted based on the rain that we do get, and it'll likely be extended too, given that we're going to have rainfall the way through Saturday. So more to come on that. Overall, as we see tonight, as I mentioned, just some cloud cover, a few sprinkles potentially towards Bosqueville, Viroqua, Vokesfield, and those areas. Otherwise, I think most areas will be dry with more partial clearing. A lot of areas may see more clearing skies as we wake up tomorrow morning. Temperatures getting back into the 50s where it does clear out. Otherwise, cloud cover will keep those areas into the 60s. Tomorrow, probably start out with some sun, maybe for western and northern areas, but the cloud cover will eventually increase as more moisture begins to the return north, we might see a few showers to the south in the morning hours, but I think really it's going to be in the afternoon hours when we start seeing a lot of this showers, maybe embedded thunderstorm come closer to Eau Claire by 3 to 4, and then all the activity further south and west begins to increase and expand in coverage as we go through tomorrow evening's commute, and then tomorrow night too, especially as we start seeing that front begin to approach from the north. That's going to give some pretty big rainfall. Potentially a complex thunderstorm will come through about 6 or 7 a.m. Friday. That could be heavy rainfall depending on where it tracks. That's just one of them because the front now will be kind of right near La Crosse and Eau Claire. We'll see multiple rounds coming through Friday into Saturday along that boundary. So where it sets up, we have the potential for some heavier rainfall with that, and including right now we're thinking it'll be right between Eau Claire and La Crosse, and potentially 3 to 4 inches could be picked up with that. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that along with the humidity coming up for Friday into Saturday. But for tonight, some clearing to the north, 50s there, cloud cover more to the south, 60s, maybe a shower or sprinkle towards the morning commute for southern areas. Otherwise, most areas will remain dry really until the afternoon hours. A little bit sun in the morning, but more clouds. Temperatures in the 70s, maybe even a few 80 down there with the more sun. We definitely hit the 80s on Friday with the showers and thunderstorms. The heavy rain potential is there from Friday through Saturday. Before a front comes through, we get a little bit refreshing air and drier conditions for at least a couple days before we get more active once again next week. So enjoy it because we're going to feel the heat and humidity come back for Friday and Saturday once again.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Steam are hoping to snap the 4-game skid tonight over at the Shipyard. Plus the high school shot clock, one of the hot topics for the WIAA Board of Control today. Rob's got the details next.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Stop in now for La Crosse Fireplace Company's discontinued model clearance sale. Save on in-stock wood stoves and gas fireplaces and receive up to 50% off electric fireplaces. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We're celebrating June Dairy Month here at Wesco in Sparta. Have you thanked a farmer today? Take up to 25% off in select departments store-wide all month long. Plus, get free ice cream with every purchase. Buy a sofa, get free ice cream. Buy a fridge, get free ice cream. Buy some flooring, get free ice cream. Did I mention free ice cream with every purchase? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Get mega savings on Mega Fresh Produce this Thursday through Sunday during Hy-Vee's Mega Produce Sale. Basket and bushel strawberries, just $1.49 a pound when you buy a 2-pound pack. Red grapes, just 99 cents a pound. Candy cantaloupe, just $1.49 each. Plus, over 100 additional produce items on sale. If you're picky about produce and delighted by deals, you won't want to miss the Mega Produce Sale this Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, buy 3 tires, get 1 free. Rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. New 5 quarts of Blaine's brand full synthetic motor oil, $23.99. Rewards members save an extra $3. Plus, this Generac portable generator, $300 off. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Stop in now for La Crosse Fireplace Company's discontinued model clearance sale. Save on in-stock wood stoves and gas fireplaces and receive up to 50% off electric fireplaces. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
One of the more polarizing topics when it comes to Wisconsin high school sports, specifically basketball, is shot clock or no shot clock. The Badger State's never had one for high school basketball. Doesn't look like a shot clock is coming anytime soon. The proposal to add one, once again being shot down by the WIAA Board of Control, this time for the 2026-2027 season. The rejected proposal also included an option to have the shot clock for non-conference games as early as 2025. Had it been approved, it would have advanced to a membership vote at the 2025 annual meeting. According to the National Federation of State High School Associations, 27 states used the shot clock in some capacity during the previous winter sports season. The Minnesota State High School League implemented a 35-second shot clock last year. On the softball diamond tonight, let's play 2. The West Salem Legion softball squad clashing with Onalaska Luther tonight for 2 games. First one started at 5:30. I'll be there for game 2. We'll have the highlights later on tonight at 10. Staying with softball, the Steam are back at the Shipyard tonight looking to snap that 4-game skid. Lacrosse won its franchise opener on Saturday, but since that point, 4 straight losses for the ladies, all to Madison. But tonight, a different opponent for the Steam. The Minot Honeybees invade Lacrosse. We'll see if the Steam can get back on track. I'll have those highlights as well at 10. As for the Loggers, they'll look to make it a 2-game sweep in Eau Claire tonight. Big win for Lacrosse last night. Loggers are racing a 7-run deficit. They scored 11 straight runs to get back in the win column. After tonight, the Loggers will be back at the Lumberyard tomorrow to take on Rochester. On the Pro Diamond, the Brewers were sitting comfy heading to the 9th last night. Angels scored 3. This shot would have tied the game, but Super Sal saving the day. Freelick hauls it in, robs a 3-run potential game-tying homer. Crew hang on 6-3. They'll look for the series win tonight in Anaheim. And how about those Twins? Minnesota does it again. Carlos Santana with the game winner last night. Twins walk it off 7-6 over Tampa Bay as they make it 6 in a row. We'll see if they can get lucky number 7 tonight. What a win.
I think they will. Minneapolis was just named the happiest city in America.
Oh, that's why. That's probably why.
So you can't lose when you're
Can't
named
lose
the
when you're that
city.
happy, right?
But how about Carlos Santana, former Brewer, obviously, since the Brewers did not bring him back. He's been looking pretty good for the Twins.
How about that cash from Freelick?
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, they were up 6-0 when I left last night.
Yeah.
Got home at 6-3. Chance to tie it, and that
crazy ending.
What a game.
Only downside, basically happening at midnight. Nobody saw it in
Nobody
real
saw
time.
it. But now you know. Hopefully you waited.
Now we know.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay, we'll take another look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Sit on this. Sit on that. Sit on this. Hey, sit on that. Sit on this. Sit on that.
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this. Sit on that.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, cloudy conditions here tomorrow, more showers, and then the humidity definitely returns Friday. You'll feel it, but we do have some heavy rain potential. The good news is Sunday looks absolutely great.
All right, that's something to hang on.
Sunday.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.